The jury is still deliberating in the sexual assault trial of Bill Cosby. The jury has been locked away since Monday evening, emerging only 4 times to ask questions of the judge. Cosby is facing 3 felony counts of aggravated indecent assault. If convicted, the 79-year-old comedian would need to register as a sex offender. CBS News correspondent Jericka Duncan is following the story at the courthouse in Norristown, Pennsylvania. Jericka, the jury has been deliberating for more than 14 hours now. Do we know what's taking them so long?
Well, they started this morning just after 10:30, and it really comes down to the questions. They keep coming back to the judge with several questions. The first one surrounding more information that they wanted, which was more testimony from Bill Cosby about his initial romantic interest in Andrea Constand, as well as the night of the alleged sexual assault. That was the first thing that they wanted to be read. After that, they also asked the judge to better define one of the 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault that Cosby is charged with. Now, we spoke to a legal expert, and he said those sort of questions favor the prosecution. But most recently, the jury asked the question of whether or not they can read the first report that Andrea Constand gave to Canadian police. This is significant because her reports changed when she first spoke to the Canadian police, when she spoke to the Cheltenham Township police, and so on and so forth. So this could also be a sign for the defense that maybe they are leaning more toward that way. But at this point, no one can really say for sure how the jury is leaning. We just know that they continue to ask questions, which obviously is slowing up the process of finding out if they've reached a verdict or not. We know that about an hour ago or so, they were delivered dinner. They're going to have it in the courthouse. Then we're expected to get more information on whether or not they want to keep going, keep deliberating, or go back to their hotel rooms tonight.
Well, Jericka, the legal experts you've spoken with, I wonder if they've indicated anything to you about the length of these deliberations and whether that bodes well for either the defense team or the prosecution.
So one gentleman we spoke to, he was a prosecutor for 17 years, and he says that he's seen it go both ways, and it's really hard to put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to what this means and really trying to figure out whether or not they're leaning more toward the defense or the prosecution. But at the end of the day, we don't have a verdict. The longer it goes, generally, these legal experts are saying it's favorable toward the prosecution. But again, that last question that this jury asked has to do with wanting to reread the statements that Andrea Constand initially made to the Canadian police.
Well, Cosby is facing 3 felony level 2 counts of aggravated indecent assault. What kind of punishment could he be facing if convicted?
So each count carries up to 10 years in prison, but based on PA law, we understand that the most he could serve is up to 10 years in prison. And remember, this is somebody that is 79 years old, has complications, seeing things. So you figure your last 10 years potentially could be behind bars if convicted of this crime. Also important to note, though, if convicted, we expect that his team will probably appeal that conviction. Elaine?
All right, Jericka Duncan in Norristown, Pennsylvania. Jericka, thanks.